Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernardo from the BJTechNews, and today guys I want to give you 11 tips to keep your iOS 7 from destroying your battery life. Now, yes, this is very important because while your iPhone's new operating system comes with plenty of advantages, the iOS 7 not without its drawbacks. The battery life just ain't quite what you want it to be, which kind of sucks. And I've had this new operating system upgrade on my phone for a couple of weeks and the battery life sucks. But I got some cool tips that you could squeeze the most out of your battery with these 11 tips. So let's get started. Now, the first tip is turning off the Parallax. Now, Parallax is fun, don't get me wrong, but it kind of makes me dizzy when I have it on. So the way that you turn it off, you go to settings, and within settings you go to general, and within general you go into accessibility, and you need to locate the reduce motion. Now by default I have it off. Reduce the motion of the user interface, including parallax effects on the icons and alerts. Now I have it off, but if you guys have it on, most likely this is causing problems with your battery, which pretty sucks. That's why I turned it off. Now the second thing is turn off the AirDrop and Bluetooth if you're not using it. Now AirDrop, which I'm actually using right now, let's pick it up. There you go. AirDrop, which is right below where it says Mac TF Snow Leopard 2. That's actually my AirDrop. Now AirDrop is great when you're using AirDropping, don't get me wrong. The rest of the time, if you're just fidgeting around your seat looking for another device to play with, turning it off is easy. Just swipe at the control center, which I just did, and just toggle it off. Now, also you have your nice searching the Wi-Fi. Now, there's really no need for your iPhone to start searching for Wi-Fi if there's no trusted networks in sight. You save yourself some trouble if you get the habit of turning off your Wi-Fi from the control center when you leave the house, right? Alternatively, if you go into settings, which I'm going to show you guys right now, if you go to settings and you go into Wi-Fi, and from one Wi-Fi, you basically tell it, ask to join network. You just enable this. Okay, so what this happens is when you're around a network that you get into, it's going to ask you, it's going to prompt you. Your known networks will be joined automatically. If no known networks are available, you will be asked before joining a network. That's a battery saver, so I'm going to turn it off. I have a habit of when I leave the home, I actually turn off this setting, my wireless, just to save some battery because the new iOS is just a killer. Number 3 in the list is basically disabling the location services for apps that you don't need. Now, this is a little pain. We need to go back into settings and we're going to go into the privacy, and within privacies you got location services. Now if you have a bunch of apps like myself, you don't really need to have location services for a lot of stuff. Like I have Fruit Ninja. I don't need to have that. That's why I have it off. I have Facebook, I have Eventbrite. Okay. Beat the traffic. Do I really need that? No, I don't hardly use it. The only time I use it is when, I'm actually driving, so I'm gonna turn it off to save some battery. Google Plus, Google Maps, I need that stuff. But if you guys want to save battery, go in here and start turning off some of the services that you don't need at all. Another one is turning off the background apps updates. Now, Apple has got a little smart with the new iOS 7, and it allows you to automatically update your iTunes apps when it needs to, rather than you go into your app store, like I'm going to do right now, going to your app store and then going into this section updates to do it automatically. Apple has given you the power to actually go to settings, and if you go into iTunes and App Store and you go all the way, where is it? Oh, there it goes. So you go all the way down here and it says automatic downloads. Now I have everything off because I don't want anything to be pushed out automatically because it's gonna drain my battery, and I don't want it to drain my battery at all. So that's why I have updates off. So if you guys have a couple of these on, I kind of advise you to just turn some of them off and see if the battery life would be a little better. Now, another cool tip would be turn off your background apps refreshing. Now, the brutal downside of good multitasking is running things in the background, right? That's why the iOS 7 is pretty good. But if you go to settings, which I'm going to show you guys, we go to, where are you? We go to settings, and within settings, there's an option that says background app refresh. Now, I have mine on. This right here, if you disable the background running from the apps that aren't important, there you will see a dramatic battery lifesaver. I like it on because if you double click here, you can actually have all this stuff right here running in the background, and then you could just pick which one you want, and then you're good to go. Now, this is really up to you if you guys want to keep this on and off. You could just turn everything off and everything won't refresh in the background, and it will save battery life for you. Now, another one is disable audio brightness. Chances are that audio brightness keeps more well lit than you need to. If you go to settings and you go to wallpaper and brightness, and you toggle this, like I have it off, but when I turn it on, it will automatically adjust itself. Now, this is kind of, I don't know, this is a problem because if you have it on, I think it's going to automatically change the brightness. For mine, I think it kind of drains the battery if you have auto. If you want, you could turn it off and then adjust the brightness manually rather than letting the phone do it for you. Because every time it adjusts, that's kind of using battery life, which kind of sucks. Now, another one that I like is go on a push notification diet. Now, what do I mean? Every time you get a notification like Twitter, Facebook, calendar invites, emails, that's all draining battery life. So if you guys go into settings and you go into your notification center, let's locate the notification center. Where are you? There you go, notification center. And you basically scroll down to the include section. There we go. And then just go into just start disabling stuff. Like for me, I have phone, badge, alerts, messages, reminders, calendars, photos, mail, the weather channel. I got Google Maps. I can actually disable this. I don't really need none of this. I'm just gonna disable that because that doesn't really work. See? So just find the ones that you want or don't want notification, because believe it or not, this stuff like Groupon, I don't really need this. So I'm actually gonna just disable this bad boy, get it out of here. It hardly doesn't even work. And again, I got a bunch of crazy stuff that I'm able to disable. But the more stuff that you disable from the notification center, you will see a dramatic increase of battery life. So that's pretty cool. Now, you have the fetch new data feature. Now, if your email isn't that important, which a lot of you it is, or you have a couple of accounts like myself, I have a bunch of accounts, go turn the low priority ones to fetch instead of push. Which means your phone will retrieve mail at a set interval instead of having it pushed to every single time you receive an email. So the way that you do that is you go into settings, and within settings you go into mail, contacts, and calendars, and then there's a section that says fetch new data. Where are you? Fetch new data. There it goes, fetch new data. So automatically I have it on push. If you don't want to do the push, you could just disable it and do the fetch. The fetch would do is every 15 minutes, it will retrieve the information. But as you can see, I have a lot of my email as push. Sorry, I got a lot of my emails as pushed. So these are the ones that will automatically, if I get an email from someone, it goes into the server, gets it. The other ones is gonna wait 15 minutes to get updates. Now I know why I'm always receiving late emails from my BJTechNews email account. So again, change the settings for that to fetch, manipulate the time, and it's gonna reduce your battery, or increase the battery life for you. Now, another good one is turn off Siri's raise to speak feature. If you want Siri to eat less of your precious battery, turn off his or her raise to speech feature in the settings, general, series, and within series there's raise to speak. Now I have raise to speak off, so I don't really have to deal with that. Now raise to speak allows you to talk to Siri, press and hold the home button and speak. I'm not gonna do that because it wastes battery. I think I had it on by default, but for some reason it killed my battery. So I turned it all on automatically. Now another good one is, let's go back, is turn off your 4G if times are tough. Now disabling the 4G is going to hurt a little bit, but if you're desperate and you have desperate times, can call for desperate measures. And that's it, guys. That is 11 tips to keep your iOS 7 from draining or destroying your battery life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these 11 tips. If you have other tips to conserve battery life on your iPhone device, again, I'm running everything on a iPhone 4S, and like you see, it's already 30%. I don't know, it's a lot of features with the new iOS, don't get me wrong, but the battery thing is always an issue with the iPhones. What do you guys think about the battery life? What are your tips of conserving battery with the new iOS 7? Leave them right below at the comment section. Don't forget about hitting that like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.